Hello and a very, very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And welcome to the Monday Psychic Show, where tonight's quite a special show, featuring a special guest tonight, which you're going to find all about this very shortly. And we just wanted to say to you to have come in, join in, and I really hope you enjoy the show. In the meantime, let's go and do a little bit of this. Very good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining in. Already we've got wonderful guests coming in, viewers rather coming in. Lovely to see you. Venetia comes in, and it's a bit dark there, isn't it, Venetia? Let's go and find somewhere to put you there. Was a bit lighter. How's about there? They'll do. Can't see you very well, but unfortunately choose the background colour. Tonight we're live from Holland, of all places, and we're really warm evening to you. And so Venetia's come in. She says hello. Lisa's come in. She says, good evening, Phil. Hope you had a good week. I certainly did. Lovely to see you. Yeah, it's definitely dark on the background here, isn't it? There you go. I'll put you about there. Yeah, Lisa. Hopefully you can see your details there. Good. And who else got here? Annamee's here. Annemie, let's go and find if I can find my little toolbox here, which gives you a little round of applause and laughter, but unfortunately I've lost it. It's gone somewhere. I'll find it very, very shortly. Anyway, and who else have we got here? We got Susanna. She's come in as well. Very, very good evening, Susanna. And yep, Joe Gardner's come in. Venetia, Chelsea, yep. Okay, got your details there. Thank you very much. And also we got Lot coming in as well. Where would life be without Lot? And Susanna, she's here as well. She says a very, very nice evening. And she says, Blue, the general reading. Yes, we'll come round to your general readings in a little while, guys. Just to introduce tonight, though, what's going to be going on. We will talk about the astrology very shortly. The events of the week. What's so important about this week? Why is it? Why is everybody going through some sort of change or process in their lives? And why are people feeling up in the air? Well, we're discussing that and go into more details as well. Who else has come here? We've also got Claire Meekins coming as well. Hello, Claire. Lovely to see you. As does Golden Yellow. What a lovely name that. I love that name, Golden Yellow. And also Say Wadika. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. I really do. Say I think I am. Yes. And everybody else is coming as well. So thank you very, very much. It's really lovely to see you. And okay. So to get on with it, guys. What is it that's going on in the present time in the skies? Is it all gloom and doom, or is there some hope and possibility? Is there something else that's going on? Well, I think we need to go and have a look. Let's go and check this out now. And here we have the night sky, or the skies is at this very present time. And let's go and see. Oops, I'm just trying to move my scrimp there a little bit. It's not doing much at the moment. Okay, there it is. That's good. Right. So we go. Sorry, we're going to have to move you out the way. Just over there. Brilliant. Deanne, I can see you. Alexandra, thank you very much for joining in. Okay, so why are we going through this particular time at the moment? That's sometimes causing people a lot of upheaval. They're feeling uncertain in themselves. Well, looking back at the astrology, the answers tend to show us what's going on there in about 3 different areas. One area here is we cast back to about just over a week ago, 10 days ago, when we had the eclipse. It was beautiful to see. I know you guys in America probably had a fantastic view of this, and some of the pictures that came back were just tremendous. They were beautiful. But what's this done? Well, it's been in the sign of Aries, and if you look up at about the 1 o'clock position at the moment, guys, up there, you'll see the sun at 26 degrees of Aries, closely matched by Mercury that's just behind the sun, and Venus, which is also on its way to tracking up as well through the Aries sign. So Aries people are getting quite a lot of energy at the moment, as in cardinal people. So I go back to that word cardinal. What's this all on about? Well, there's four cardinal signs in the zodiac. One of them being Aries, the other being Cancer, the one being Libra, and the other one being Capricorn. And when we get major planetary activities in these signs, what tends to happen here is being a cardinal sign, there is like an initiation of some kind. It's a move or a shift or a change, and so this particular eclipse has really shaken up the energy and got us to almost focus ourselves to think differently, or to maybe not look back at the old ways, but to start thinking about now and maybe what the future is for ourselves. What's interesting about this, well, being Aries, it's about the self. When we talk about ourselves, this particular energy really is focusing on that. And it's also asking us here, the ruler is Mars, and very close to the particular time when eclipse took place Mars was very close to Saturn. And once what happens here is sometimes Mars here, yep, it's the ruler of the head as in Aries is, and sometimes not to get stuck too much in our heads, but to start to listen a little bit more to our hearts. And one thing that's helped this, believe it or not, is Mercury retrograde. What I hear you say? Mercury retrograde? Yes, Mercury retrograde. Sometimes we have this fear of what's going to happen, what's going to go wrong when Mercury retrograde appears. Actually, it's not what's going to go wrong, it's actually what's going right. It's actually opened up energies, especially on a spiritual level, to help us to really get involved and engaged in our spiritual selves and to find the magic. This new energy, although it's Aries, although it's Mars, although it's sometimes quite forceful in its nature here, is also opening up these wonderful doorways of spirituality. If we start listening to ourselves more, it's not about always listening to other people, although it's nice to get guidance there, but it really is about tuning into that lovely positivity within ourselves. Secondly here, Mercury retrograde, just going into a tiny bit more here. Mercury retrograde is also helping us to go back on things. Maybe we can actually see things differently. Maybe we want to have a bit of insight on something. I hope you can hear the birds in the background. I'm joined by two beautiful birds here, tweeting away in the background there. And also, we've also got Jupiter and Uranus about to line up in the sky. They're going to be doing this over the next sort of 48 hours. And this really is about pushing new energy out there. It's in the sign of Taurus. So we might find values changing, money changing. We may find sudden leaps of opportunity and a great abundance there. And that's pretty strong stuff to talk about. Very close to this is Mars. Close to this Mars. So the speed of which change can come ahead in our lives in front of us over the next sort of few weeks or so could be pretty strong. Okay, all right. So that's a little bit there about the astrology and how we could see this week unfold. And perhaps we can actually feel here, just watch for sudden opportunities. Just watch for sudden outbreaks that give us the chance to maybe build something new or do something new. That's Jupiter and Uranus. Jupiter wants to expand and spread. Uranus wants to do things suddenly. So watch opportunities that could just suddenly grow from nowhere and bring you a great deal of abundance, and joy. Okay, good. So hopefully that has given you a little bit of insight where this is concerned. More on that, I'll be also doing a full moon meditation on this when the full moon is full, which is about the next 7 days. And but in the meantime, though, guys, without waiting any more time, I'd like to introduce my special guests. My special guest tonight, her name is Judita. Okay, this is all interesting to hear you say. And she is a curandero. What's a curandero, I hear you say? Some of you would go, oh, wow, really? If I just say shamanism, you would understand the area they're going to. Now, my next guest has actually spent 12 years in the jungles of Peru. I mean, that's just unthinkable. I mean, all those harsh temperatures, living amongst those wild animals, spiders, snakes. Yes, all those things there. But apart from that, this all sounds pretty creepy stuff. But it's also about learning, really about the in-depth stuff to do with shamanism. And did you know there are several different types of shamanism? Well, Udita, my special guest, is going to be coming in shortly and talking about this in great detail. And I'm sure if you've got questions there, you guys would like to ask about shamanism as we start going through this, not just about readings and things here, but if you want to ask questions as we're going through live, I'll be monitoring the screen. Just ask questions away. It'll be great to hear from you guys. Okay, right. Thank you, Marnix. He says, nice background. Yes, that's because it's his background. It's his actually, it's Chrissy's studio. But thank you very much, guys, for doing this. Okay, quick break. And then I think we need to get Udita on. What do you think, guys? I think so too. Hello and welcome, Udita. Let's get you in here. We're a little bit on the, there we go. Let's get you in there. How's that? How's that? That's fantastic. A very, very good evening to you. How are you?
I'm very well.
Good, good, good. And technology just going a little bit AWOL here and there.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm very
yes.
well, and thank you for having me on the show.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. Okay. So, as I just said, we're talking about shamanism and curanderos. What's a curandero? Can I ask?
Yes. So there are different types of curanderos. So curandero is actually the authentic word, the more serious word, if you like, for shaman, for medicine man or medicine woman, curandero or curandera. And there are different types of curanderos in South America. And all of these different types of curanderos, they have actually ingested the plant or the perfume or the tobacco, which means actually ingesting it over a long period of time alone in the jungle, establishing that connection spiritually. So, for example, there are ayahuasqueros who are curanderos who've taken ayahuasca, the sacred vine of the soul, that plant, taken it for many, many years, and they are ayahuasqueros who primarily would do ayahuasca ceremonies.
So, what does ayahuasca do? What's one of its functions? I know some of us will probably know. Some of us intrigued about this, probably wanting to have a go at ayahuasca. Well, what's its purpose? What does it do?
Ayahuasca does many things. Ayahuasca is called the vine of the soul because it works at a soul level, and for everybody it's different. So no matter if you have taken ayahuasca 100 times, for example, every time will always be different, and the plant will carry on from the previous time. Even if there's been a gap of 5 years, the plant will carry on from the previous time that you took it. So ayahuasca is very healing. Ayahuasca, I mean, it's become a big thing in the last years. A lot of ayahuasca tourism nowadays. But one has to always do one's research and research the person before you go and participate in a ceremony. So then you have tabaqueros, who are people who have drunk tobacco, again, over a long period of time, several years alone.
Okay.
Develop that connection with the spirit of the tobacco. And then you have paleros. So I am a palera because I'm female. So
Right.
I'm a palera, and my teacher was a palero. And paleros are curanderos who have dieted plants and trees. So they have ingested, they have drunk the roots of different plants, and then the cortezas, the barks of certain trees, over 3 to 5 years, for example, alone in the jungle. It's a very long, hard path, very beautiful as well. At the end of it, you have then the privilege to establish a connection with the spirits of these trees and plants. So a curandero is someone who's really spent time alone in the jungle for several years, establishing a spiritual connection with these spirits of these trees and plants who are themselves teachers and doctors. And then because you have ingested, for example, the tobacco or whatever plant and tree you have dieted, you carry that spirit inside you always, forever. And then you can go out into the world and impart knowledge and healing. And these are curanderos, are people who, you know, they navigate through the different realms and give healing to the village, to the community, individually, the land, and so on and so forth. There's very long, deep themes.
So when someone goes on a diet to do with the trees and the plants, how long is the diet? How long do you use? How long do you go through this for? Is it a week? Is it 3 weeks? How long is it?
In order to be a curandero, and actually then be able to say, for example, to answer the question, let me start again.
Yeah.
So my teacher, who's now no longer working because he's in his 80s.
Yeah.
When I asked him how long I had to do the diet for, because I wanted to carry on his tradition, he comes from a long lineage of curanderos, of healers. He said to me, the minimum you have to do is 3 years.
Okay, 3 years.
The minimum is 3 years. If you want to in the future be able to do what I do, it's 3 years minimum.
And is that what you did? You did this diet for 3 years?
3.5 years.
Wow. And you say you do this in isolation as well?
In isolation in the jungle. So there are people who go to the jungle for healing, diets of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and so on. But like I said, my teacher came from a long lineage of curanderos. So his uncle, his father, his grandfather were all curanderos of 5 to 10 years of diet.
5 to 10 years of diet.
So my
wow.
teacher himself thought that he had only done 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, you have to live in isolation. You fish, you make fire, you get water from the river. It's a life that you live as close to nature as possible, and 3.5 years in the end. But
I'm just going to change
like
the
I
size
said,
of that. It's going to be.
It's a long topic.
It is a long topic. Maria Helmsy asks, is this similar to mushrooms?
I don't have experience with mushrooms, so I cannot really answer that. I mean, the mushroom, of course, the mushroom spirit has its own path that it would open for you.
Okay.
I have known people who've taken mushrooms. In my experience, they've always said to me it's better that you take it in nature if you can, rather than in the city, obviously.
Okay.
And to be mindful of the dosage and so on.
It's amazing, isn't it? We think about going to the chemist or the pharmacy or the doctor, and yet all these medicines and amazing things, they're actually in Peru, in the jungles of Peru. You could actually recover from, what sort of ailments can people recover from or help themselves to get well from? Could you give some examples of people who come to the jungle, what sort of problems they may have had?
I'm no longer in the jungle,
Yep.
Obviously, but people used to come for all kinds of reasons. They used to come for cancer, for depression, emotional problems, more spiritual connection, all kinds of things that you can imagine. And so I worked at the camp for some years, and now I do workshops, ceremonies where possible, and my work online as well, where I do sessions with people, helping them
Yes.
in different ways to heal, to grow, transcend, very much make them feel empowered and live empowered, happy, healthy lives.
That's wonderful.
Simply.
We've got some nice comments that are coming, actually. I'll just put some of these up on the screen. Venetia Carlton, she came in, and just to read this out, 'cause it's sorry, unfortunately, because it's a dark background, the writing doesn't come out very well, but I'll read this out to you. Venetia Charlton says, shaman, can't spell it, are very special, amazing. I did a fire spiritual with a shaman in Ecuador. Truly blessed to have done it. Wow. Wow, wow. And just come back to this. Well, she says our ancestors did not have paracetamol, but herbs. Okay, so they're using herbs, which is true. I agree with you. I agree there that even when you go back to Nostradamus during the time of the plague, he was actually giving people herbs to get over the illness there of the plague. Um, right. Okay. And also, Maria says she says that microdosing is fantastic for depression, in my opinion. This may be to do with the mushrooms, or it may be to do with the subjects that we're talking about there. Okay, and so in total, how many years did you spend in the jungle?
12 years.
12 years. And most people here would think here, okay, so class, what was your accommodation like there? What's it like there?
Very simple.
Very simple.
Very basic.
Very basic. Okay.
No electricity, water from the river, no running water.
Okay.
No phone for most of the time. Very little connection, and very, very simple food. Living in a very remote place. It's there's a beauty in it, but it's very, very simple, and of course very hard as well when it comes to the heat and all the insects and so on.
Yes, yes. Okay, I've just seen Susanna here. She said she just put a caption up here. I've got to go and find the earlier one, I think, here. She said, my deepest respect for the 3.5 years, for most of us unimaginable. I think you went there at some point. Is this right? Just trying to find your previous comment there. I don't know if it's actually come through, but sorry about that. But yes, wherever you've been for 3.5 years, deepest respect to you too to go and do this. So I can imagine going to do something like this. Like most of us would think here, that's it. No television, no microwave, no oven. Is that right so far? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no oven. All you've got there is a basic living condition. Is this, so you get water from the river. Is that right?
Yes.
Water from the river. And you have to go and find your own food. Is it like that?
You have to go and fish.
You have to go and fish for your food. Okay, so this really is basic living. And yet I can understand the beauty in this, in being part of nature and being one with nature as it exists, without having the external facilities that we have in the Western world. So I think, if you don't mind, well, we're going to have to get you back on the show. And if you'd like to, if that's all right with you, say once every 4 or 5 weeks, to maybe discuss things that you actually happened to you or for you, or you witnessed or experienced that you would like to share. Is that okay?
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay.
Fun.
Yeah, yeah, brilliant. Just to let you know that Judita at the moment, she's in Holland from the 13th to, it's just me blanked out there, hello, 13th to 26th of April. If you'd like to get in contact with her, you can do. You'll notice down the bottom of the poster there, it actually has her WhatsApp number if you want to chat with her, and also her website, which is healingwithjudita.com. Yes, please bring her back. That would be great. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Right. Okay. You're a fascinating lady, says Maria. I hope to collaborate with you both one day. You're a fascinating lady, and thanks for sharing the link. That's lovely. And Eleni says, yes, come back. And Manisha says, yes, bring her back on. That would be great. So there you go.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, you're tied in there. Good. And what else have we got to go on here? On the, by the way, yeah, this is a bit about, I'll come back onto that one in a minute. It's about a show I'm doing, but this is about working together, which is this weekend, which is coming up the following weekend. Rather on Sunday, which is Sunday the 21st of April. If you are in Holland, or you want to jump over to Holland, then do, because we're both working together on a Spirit Connection mediumship workshop. So on this workshop there, I'll just take all the details there. If you want to go and look for this, guys, I'm going to put this up a little bit later. And 2, if you're interested in jumping along, just get in contact with me. I'll pass you on to Chris, who's actually doing the booking details for this. And Lot says, does Judita do online sessions? Do you do online sessions?
I do.
Good.
I do online sessions. So my website, I think, is there somewhere.
Yes.
Is it on there?
Just bring it back up again on this. Oh, where is it now? It's just gone to. I'll find it. Hang on, there it is. Sorry. Yes, there it is. There. It's healingwithudita.com. It's down the bottom right
so
there.
people can have a look at the website. It's a very, very simple website. But yes, I do I do sessions there via Zoom or WhatsApp, and I help people with a variety of things, like I said, all across the board. There are some testimonials on there you can have a look at, and online work is a big part of my work now, is online as well.
Fantastic.
Has been for a while.
I mean, I got to say this, and I'm saying this because I've witnessed this, but everybody that I know who's had some work, has been a client of Udita's, as all of them has sung her praises as what she's capable of doing as a shaman. So it's not the normal therapy you're going to get, guys. This is shamanic therapy, shamanic healing here.
Yeah.
And
so can I say something?
You certainly can, yes.
So just, in the online sessions, just to give people a little bit of information, is that I will often give people something to do. So there are a lot of, obviously a lot of things I learned in the jungle, also working at the camp for several years after my original dietas. And so I will sometimes, very often even, give people different rituals to do that are very simple to do with whatever the issue is that they come to me with. So these are, we call them secretos, for example, secrets from the jungle, and this is not something you're going to find actually online, to be honest. My teacher was from a very, very long tradition, like I said, of curanderos. I have stories that maybe sometimes people cannot believe, but his father, for example, he walked into the Amazon River. That is how he chose to die. He lives on there. So he walked into the river.
Wow.
And he continues to live there in another dimension.
In another dimension, yes.
And then he is a spirit who then comes to help in the healings. So
that's amazing.
These are very, to the people there, this kind of thing is very normal.
Yes.
They will talk about the spirits of different animals and trees, and how they appear as men or women, and what they are dressed in, and so on. And they'll talk about it in the morning over breakfast. These are the conversations that people have there.
And we don't have that, do we? It's like what was on TV last night. Yes.
Yeah.
What happened on EastEnders?
Anyway,
yes.
I do online sessions, and it's a big part of my work now.
And how long is each session roughly?
About an hour, more or less.
Okay, because if I know rightly, quite a few people come back for continual sessions over a progressive period to help them get from one point to the next point.
So, it's healing work. It's not going to happen in just one session. And I'll give them a ritual to do, and then I'll say, come back in 10 days, for example, or come back to me in 3 days. And then we do the next one, and so on. So it can vary between 3 and 7 or 10 per person. It depends what they come to me with.
Okay. Annemie says her supplantas are amazing, and we'll talk more about supplantas another time if you'd like to.
Thank you very much.
There you go. And good. So, guys, if you know roughly there how to get in contact with Udita, you want to go there. And just to put this up again, just for a second, say if you're in the area, then you want to come to Holland, come and see this. That'd be amazing. Or if you guys are in Spain, we are working together with a fabulous lady called Julia, who's coming on the show next week to talk about this with us, which is the Heal and Attune Your Soul Retreat, which is from June the 2nd to June the 8th. If you're interested in that, you'll see it on the Facebook page, also on the website, and you can get in contact with us, and I'll put you straight through to Julia, who'll be happy to take your details there. This is a whole week retreat, guys, of shamanism, spiritualism, yoga, singing, amazing scenery, amazing places for you guys just to have a wonderful time. And I know some of you already are coming down to this, and I tell you what, I think you're going to thoroughly enjoy yourself, especially at the end of the day when you walk down on the beach and you see a sunset like this. Yes, marvelous. I'm just going to find, no, I don't want that one. I'm just trying to find a tool I need. Yeah, that'll do. Good. Found it. Good. Just to say, a a great big thank you to you for coming on the show today. And now I can give you this to you to say a big thank you. Thank you very much. I found my little buttons. I'm very happy I found my little buttons. Okay, guys, we're going to just take a very short break, then we come back to do live mini readings. And thank you very much for everybody joining in. If I did miss out anybody there regarding shamanism, I do apologise, but I really hope you enjoyed that talk there. And as I say, we're going to get her on every 4 to 5 weeks.
I look forward to it.
Four.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Blessings to all of you.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. Okay. Guys, back in a second. And a very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, let's go, and I think we're going to go and do a little bit of this. Yes. It's time, guys, for your mini readings. Well, I'm still taken back by all that, you know. I mean, I've known you, Dita, now for over 2 years, and it's just the stories. We just sometimes sit outside when it's nice and warm and just chat about stories and share things, and it's just, oh, incredible. Some of those things that come through that we discussed there. And I know somebody's going to blow you away, especially when she tells you probably next time about the anaconda. The anaconda. Yes, you'll be there going, okay, you go, what's all this about the anaconda? Well, I'll tell you all about that next time she's on, but I could give you loads of time. And right, okay, so who are we going to first of all? Let's track her down the line here, see where we're going. Right, Venetia Colton says she comes on. Can I have a oops, just blotted me out there. Let's go put this down here. Please, can I have a mini reading colorette? Of course you can. Let's go and have a mini reading colorette. And I'm going to take those off. Let's do this here. Colorette. It's interesting over color red because that really is the color of the eclipse, which was say about 10 days ago, and the energy which is really building now, especially around Uranus. I get a feeling here it's going to be a very, very interesting time around you, especially over the next sort of few weeks or so, Venetia, because I get the feeling things are going to be moving around you very, very quickly. I get the feeling this could be a time you could experience so much change, so much positivity. It just looks incredible. But let's go and have a little look here. Right, and let's have a look. There's also a color yellow with you. Yellow's communication. Keep up with communication. We've got Mercury and Mercury retrograde, just to remind myself about this. Keep up communication. Make sure everybody understands everything. And someone's health seems to be a little bit on the low side. And if I look at this as well, typical you, Venetia, super strong. Look at that strength card there. This is about your vitality and energy. However, keep up with communication. There. That's going to be an important part. And I think if you do those things, you'll probably have a very, very positive and vibey week. Okay, and Chelsea comes on. She said, I'd love a reading about love this week. I believe that means. Yes, let's go and do a little bit of this about love. That wonderful thing called love. Well, Venus is very close to Mercury, which is also in Aries. And Venus in Aries is quite interesting. It likes to move quite quickly, do things quite quickly. So I can understand people want to know a lot about emotions and love and things like this. So let's have a little look. Right. The spirit message that I get around you as well with this, Chelsea, is to say to you that I feel here that it's about being on the same frequency as those who are close to you, especially where love life is concerned. Being on the same frequency here. There's no point in you being super excited about events when someone else is like, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered to do things. And you're there going, yes, do this, just do that. Yeah, it's just like, no, you've got to pick your tribe on this one, definitely. And let's go and have a look at the left cards, which I think is good for you. Yes, you are learning so much about yourself. And actually, you've got to step yourself up there, young lady. Get yourself stood up there. When I say get yourself stood up there, look up to the higher part of you. You are worth it in every level going. Aren't you letting go of people? Aren't you less good people who don't mean much to you at the moment, or have been limiting around you at the moment, should I say? Yes, I think it's been pretty difficult. Right, thank you very much for joining in there. And excuse me. Let's go to Susanna. She's come through and says, Blue, general reading, please. General, let's go and have a look at a little general, not a major or a captain, but a general. You've gone for the color blue, and I pick up here the color white. White is transformation, transition. I'm also picking up here, if this is, you may well be coming into a very high dream state. For example, you are going to have many nights of many different dreams and things like this. I would partially listen to them. I think that would be a good idea for you. I also pick up here a very, very nice lady who I think is more your spirit guide than it is actually a relative around you. Yes, I get more the vibration of spirit guide who's working with you at the present time to remove obstacles. The remover of obstacles is this lady's purpose, this spirit guide's working with you. And as I say obstacles here, it's not like chairs in the way or tables in the way. It's emotions, old experiences, old difficulties, which you're going to want moved out the way and to help you have a far better week. And I think that will transition to good times here. And yes, I think that would be marvelous. Right. Okay. Wasn't that interesting? We did that talk there with Udita. It just goes, it just brings on what human nature is like and the things we can endure being in the jungle for 12 years. And how we only see our lives in this part because what television shows us. And yet we can have such a different life around us. It's amazing. Okay. Susanna, let's go and have a look here. Journeys, working hard for yourself here. My goodness, I'll tell you what, you are going to be in demand this week. You'll be in demand by work, by life, and I think it's going to be quite an important time for you. So good luck to you. Sana, lovely to see you. Thank you very much for joining in. And Deanne comes in for NYC. Thank you very much. And Lisa said, can I have a reading, please? Color blue and love. Oh, right. Let's go with color blue on this. Lisa, what do I need to say to you here with the crystal? As I go through this and pick up your energies, you've gone for the color blue. I actually want to go for purple. I take the blue from you. I understand why you've gone for blue, but I also see purple here. This is very karmic stuff you're going through this particular year. It's the gear changer for the years ahead. This is what this feels like, especially when I see a color purple. And also here sometimes blue together. This is not about taking yourself too seriously, being too heavy with yourself. This is about having a lighter side to yourself here and what is good for you, what is really good for you when it comes to love. What is it that you're really looking for in a relationship? And it's interesting here, when you ask younger people, children, about relationships and what they're like and what they look for in a relationship. I mean, younger children, even like 5 or 6 years old, it's interesting what they come up with. It's all about friendship. It's about trust. It's about having someone there who's your friend, really building on the rapport of how we can be connected. And you're looking at relationships here. And I think it's very interesting that this particular time, really look at the value that you're looking for in relationships. And the blue and the purple here will really ring true on this to give you really clear and positive answers. And I also think here too, there's a guy you're going to meet who has a spiritual connection with you or a religious connection with you. And that would be interesting. It'll be interesting how he connects with you. Let's have a little look here through the cards and see what they're saying. Right, left, middle, and right. Let's go for the middle. Let's go for the middle on this. Your cards is saying a very fast-moving energy. Travel. You've got a lot of activity here. You may be going away this week. You've got lots of travel. You've got lots of energies here. It looks like you're going to have a good, fun time. But one thing I do see here, though, this is interesting. A very good friend comes into your life here, who's going to be someone's going to be very stable for a very long time. And this particular person could be someone you wish to get involved with, but someone very strong, very purposeful, someone who's going to make you feel like that's the connection I'm looking for in a relationship and how that feels there. Yes. Oh, good luck to you. Good luck to you there. And all right, Claire Meekins, good evening to you. Golden Yellow, good evening to you. And Jo Gardner, she comes through for a reading. She says, "Can I have a reading, please?" And color red and love. Color red and love. All right, let's go and have a look at this here. Color red and love. First things I want to say to you here as I pick up the spirits with you is, Joe, I don't want to say this to you here, there's a connection to do with education which connects with your love life in front of you. Whether you're going to a school, whether you're going to be the teacher, whether you're going to learn something, whatever it is, there's a connection with education which is going to be important for your love life in front of you. Let's see what happens. See what happens here. And if I look at the cards here to say where this goes for you, let's go and have a little look. Right. You look fabulous tonight, by the way. Yeah, you look great. And, okay. Yes, man of education. Oh, that's so interesting. Man of education is going to come into your life. Whether he's a teacher, you're the teacher, you meet him at a school, whatever the connection is, but there's a connection to with an educator around you. And I also see here too. Oh, you look to be doing, you're going to be very careful with planning money-wise and stuff like that in front of you, aren't you? And also, would you understand about letting someone go? Yes, Joe, letting someone go. Hopefully you understand that. In a very deep way, very, very deep way. Anime, Kez says, very good evening, Anime. Let's give you a little bit of this. Yes, Anime, she comes in and she says, "Pink General, please, thank you." She wants a pink general. Yes, that's very nice. Okay, and let's have a little look here. Let's have a look and see what this is about. And so we're going here. So first of all, the color pink here. I've got two spirits with you. One's a man, one's a lady. And the man who wants to come through is especially close to you. He's laughing at your bike. He's laughing at your bike. Is something happened with your bike? You've done something with your bike, but he's laughing with your bike. That's what he wants to say to me. And he also says here, keep up your spirits. Keep up your good spirits. He would also like to say here, you haven't got just one big journey come up in front of you. You've got another journey in front of you, which is going to be this year. And I think it's going to catch you a little bit by surprise, but it's all exciting. And he says to me here, it's interesting. I think you're just going to be out there more, out there a lot more. And I actually get the feeling from the lady who's connected to you as well, who's on your mother's side of your family. And yeah, on the mother's side of your family here, she's coming through. And she would like to say here, she says here, would you understand here that you're looking at the house and what you want to do with it? Don't think it's downstairs in the house, it's what you want to do upstairs. Rearranging, remodernizing, doing things here to make it right for you. But they're very happy to come through for you. And they are with you. This is nice. They are with you when you do meditation. I think that is lovely. That is lovely there. Yes, isn't that lovely? There with you when there with you do a meditation. Yes. All right, guys. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's have a little look here. You'll worry about where your life goes forwards. You'll worry about trying to keep people happy. You'll worry about keeping yourself happy here. And all of it is because you are one of the cardinal signs, and you will go at things at 972 miles per hour, or that's about 1,300 kilometers per hour, which, I know what the words here, the moral of the story is slow down. Slow down and you'll have a good week. Take it nice and slowly and you'll be fine. That's what he wants. That's the message here that I really get for you through the cards. And right, okay, thank you very much there for coming in. I think you need one of these. Yeah, good. Right, let's see. Waka says, how are you doing? Well, I am, thank you. Golden Yellow comes through, says, color pink, please. Reading for this week. Color pink. Okay, color pink. Golden Yellow. What I'd like to say to you here is see the humor in things this week. See the humor. Yes, I really pick up a vibration of lifting up your energies, seeing the humor and where you're going, and I think that will just be fantastic. And as I really feel for the crystal here for you as well, is what could be surprising you this week, and I think it's a delight for you as well, is how important people are going to make you feel. And this is lovely. This is lovely. How important people are going to make you feel, because this is the week people will look up to you for support, for all sorts of different things. So I think it's going to be an eventful time for you, and I think you should really go out there and enjoy yourself. Really enjoy yourself. Right. Okay. Let's have a little look and see what the card's saying for you. Right. It's interesting, actually. There's two birds in the birdcage over there. And before we start the show, they're tweeting like mad. Because we just started all spiritual stuff, they're all going, yeah, what? Really? They've gone quiet. They're all like, wow, what's this? Okay, golden yellow. Let's have a look here. All right. Your cards say here that you're going to get yourself out of a difficult situation. You're going to find yourself here. Yes, I agree, seeing humor and things here. And your wheel of fortune is shifting you on. It's breaking the boundaries which have been limiting you. And you want the week ahead. This is the week ahead to break out of boundaries, break out of restrictions. And I think you know exactly where we're going to. But I think here you'll feel very much freer. So it just feels magic, fantastic, and all good things. Good for you. Good for you. And let's come down to Dr. Alexandra Kasitsu. Yes, she's here. She says, hi, Mr. Phil. Reading would be lovely. General, please. Baby blue. Are you getting broody? Is this why all this colours here? Baby blue? Are you getting broody? Is this what it's all about? My goodness. All right. Okay. Definitely things, definitely unusual things happening this week. Definitely unusual. Let's go and have a little look here. Right, and see where this goes to. And just finish shuffling the cards for me. Good. Alexander, Baby Blue, Baby Blue. Where do I need to go for this? I'm listening to the spirits that I'm seeing here. It's on the horizon, they tell me. It's on a horizon. I get like okay, it sounds a bit poetic. It sounds a bit magical, but I get the rainbow. I get like the sparkles that go through the air. It sounds a little bit fairy-like. Apologies. But I get very, very good news coming up into your world very, very soon, which is going to be, is this true? Is this real? It's almost like you feel like you've just won something. It's almost like your numbers have come up. That's what it's going to feel like. But this is about events and plans that you are looking to build in your life. And all of a sudden, these opportunities come up. Don't be surprised of invitations that catch you by surprise. On the west coast of the States. Yes, don't be surprised there. Suddenly it's like, hey, this is great. This is great. How did that happen? Well, it happened because it was supposed to. Okay, let's take the middle for these, see what they come up with. Change. Big change come up in front here. You'll think here in some respects, oh my goodness, is everything weighing down on me? Is everything giving me all the stress and everything going? I think this is more to do with children around you rather than yourself here. I feel here, as I look at your cards here, your intuition and the opportunities that come up with the moon reversed. I love it when the moon's reversed because you're following an instinct. Something's happening. It's going to give you a little bit of like Shazam in your life. And I think here an opportunity will come up, but you're thinking, how do I deal with this? But it's there and it's made for you. Made for you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming in there. And as we go down the line here, we come down to Claire Meekins. Claire Meekins says here, can I have a mini reading, please, Phil? Colour pink and a general. Yes, of course, sure. This week is juggling week. I've just been given this message straight away. He's having different balls in the air at the same time. Yes. And I also pick up here with this week as well. It's going to be, you are going, oh my goodness, right. It's as almost though you are going to be in a very strong leadership or management position this week, where you are going to be instructing, telling people what to do. You're going to be given a responsibility around you, thinking, right, great, let's go and do it. Let's go and get in with this. And it looks pretty strong. And I also see with this that you're going to have a very lively, interesting week with stories to tell at the end of it, I am sure. It feels very much work orientated, but it also has a lot of fun sides to it too. I know sometimes go for the color pink is actually more to do with red. Red is about taking leadership, and red is about you having the initiation this week. And I think you'll do very well indeed. Yeah. Let's go and have a little look and see what your cards are saying there, Claire, and see what comes up for you. Right. Just finish shuffling for me. Going to shuffle, and sorry, for you rather. And let's take the right on this because it's the right way to go. Okay. And right, yes, your cards here as well. It's like sometimes you're looking here, and what I've got to say to you is, it feels like one door opens, another door closes. You may feel the door closes before the new one opens, but it'll open. It'll open. I can rest assured on that. I can also see here too, you're looking at contracts or dealings around you about which path to go and take. And I think here that you'll probably make the right decision. But the important one, I feel here, if you make that decision, is one which involves the leadership side and one where you're in a sense of power. And I think people are going to love you for it. Brilliant. Thank you very, very much. So let's give you one of them. Let's give you one of them there. Right. Okay. And right. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Oh, good. I'm glad the sound is wonderful, Mrs. Anime, because I turned all the volumes up because I had a query that maybe the sound was too low, but now I'm glad it's up better. Right. Sana comes in. She says, love reading, please, sir. Yes, madam. And she also wants to say here, she says, colour yellow. Love reading, colour yellow. It's very good to have colours like that, you know, because yellow is about communication, about friendship in a relationship. And if you've got the friendship and you've got a connection relationship, then it's magic. It's magic, and the humour too. Yeah, important to have the funniness. Yes, right. Okay, let's just have a look at the cards here and see what they're saying here. The one thing I get through here as well. You may well be talking to people or talking to a guy who is not of your nationality. And I know we all integrate in different countries now. And in London, there's God knows how many nationalities. And New York, I dread to think. And yes, somewhere in Mumbai is probably God knows how many different nationalities. But I feel there's going to be a link to do with different with love, to do with different nationalities. A guy with a different nationality to yours. And if I look at this, actually, I'm going to go for the right on this. So I was really just pointed that way. So it must be quite exciting what's coming ahead. Let's go and have a look at love. Don't be too hasty with old decisions here. Yes, you could make a decision on something a bit too quick. Although you look at it going, I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. And your cards are saying as well here that you have felt disappointed by events maybe in the past. But this is a week just to slow it down a bit and meet different people. Don't be hasty on things. There may be an opportunity which you pass by a bit quick. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Take it nice and easy. Let's give you one of these. Yes. Okay. Right. And right. Sayi. Thank you, Sana. You just pointed out there. Sayi. Yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Only say hello. You are great with your reading, says Gabby. Thank you very much, Gabby. Bless your cotton socks. Right. Okay. Let's have a look here. Maria says, please may I have some insight? Insight. Yes. Yes. Perhaps some insight. My question is, am I right in feeling I'm having an amazing upgrade? Am I in the right direction, please? Been having crazy several dreams. Absolutely. I love this, Maria. Maria, I absolutely love it. And one of the reasons why I love it here is yes, about the upgrade, but the other part here definitely is about the dreams. Definitely is about the dreams. This feels really nice. Really nice, actually, here. In fact, if I look towards the spirit world where we're going, there's definitely one guide around you who is, yes, I can feel her. She's a witch, but she was a good witch. And she's here to work with the magic with you, to work with the earth, work with, it's almost like you're working like the shaman. Work with the energies, the spirits, and believe. It's about belief I'm hearing here. The other spirit guide who's also with you, who's another lady, I pick up here, female spirit here. What I pick up with her energy is very, very nice, very friendly, very friendly here. And it's about stepping into assertiveness. It's about stepping into self-power. And it's about here, sometimes here, as I'm hearing here, you can go to college for many years. You can go on and do things at university. You can go on and go and do a doctorate. You can go on and go and do some amazing super doctorates. At the end of the day, the learning you get is through the practical, for the practical side of life. And what I'm saying to you here is you don't really need to learn a lot more now. Just put into practice what you've got already. And they're saying to me here, get the cards out. Would you understand about, yes, they're very clear with this, get the cards out. Would you understand you start doing the tarot cards? Yes, get them out. Even if it's the angel cards, but the angel cards still get messages, but it's your connection to the spirit and to trust the spirit's coming through. And also, a gentleman on your father's side, your family, has just come through as well, was your grandfather, I believe, and he is right on this. He wasn't a man to mince his words, he says to me here. And he also wants to let me know, he said he really didn't know much about this or believe it. In fact, he says here, I didn't really make a judgment on it. But he says, now I see this, he can see this here, and he just wants to say to you, be straight on this, go for it, and be super strong yourself. Maria, I think you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. Lovely energy there, lovely energy. Let's have a look here. So the cards, where are we going here? Let's go for the left on this here. And I hope so far you're having a lovely evening. Are you having a nice evening? I certainly am. I love your company. It's absolutely fabulous, and I just think you're great. Right, all of you, yes, and you were here. Right, okay. Yes, your cards here. Don't keep on learning, thinking that's all you got to go and do. Neither do you need to go and spend out hordes and hordes and hordes and hordes of money. Although you're worried about money, thinking, how am I going to make ends meet? Well, you will do, because here's your spiritual card, the devil. This is, in one sense here, the devil card here, just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, is that the devil card can either be absolute, deep, hard work within yourself, but it's also, on a spiritual level, it's exceptionally powerful to connecting to the divine. And that's your connection there. So get on with it. Either is what you've got to do. Thank you very, very, very much for joining in there. And let's, I've just shot my ticker tape, my screen thingy here. My comments reactions box is just shot off, but it's just come back on again. Good. And right, Say would love. Could I have a love reading, please? Really not sure the colour, but going with white. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, love reading a colour white. Where do I need to go on this now? This feels to me here. It's interesting, really, because would you understand here? Oh yes, to give me this. There's a gentleman here who's coming through for you, and he was quite a funny man. He passed away here, and he was very quick with his language, very quick the way he used to speak. And he tells me here, in fact, I almost pick him up here on your, I think it's your mother's side of your family. And he tells me here, would you understand if I said to you that you sometimes have loads of different people in your life around you, loads of different guys, but you're just not interested in them. All the wrong ones are there. It's almost like at a bus stop, and I'm not getting on that bus. I'm definitely not getting on that bus. I'm definitely not getting on that bus. It's almost like you waited the right one to come along. It's almost like, well, where are they? For sake. Anyway, right, let's go and have a little look and see what the cards want to say here. He says to me here, aim upwards and go for the star. Aim upwards, go for the star. This I would interpret as being a man who's in a little bit of the celebrity lifestyle, who's a singer, performer, actor, or about to be, because there's a star. You'll be connected to a star, say. Yes, I think here that you'll probably think, oh my God, why did I deserve this for? No, you'll be good. Be good here. Let's go for the middle on this and go and have a look at your love life week ahead. Well, you'll definitely be meeting people. Oh, you'll love it. Step up, young ladies. Step up. Don't be fooled by the passing buses that just aren't your style. Aren't your style. You're looking for someone more important, someone with a bit more deep connection. And don't rush decisions this week, especially when it comes to your love life. I feel here, tune into yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Tune into yourself and start manifesting, attracting what and who you want in your life. And I feel here, little surprises may come ahead, and I think it'll be like a little blessing in disguise. Good, good, good. Okay, thank you very much. Let's give you one of these. Thank you. Right, and where else we go now? We got Marnie says nice background, and says hi, Udita. Yes, though she was on earlier on. In fact, wasn't that amazing? It was so interesting. So just to put up a little bit about this, can Udita? Oh, sorry, that's me. Yes. Okay. So on Friday, this Friday, if you're in Holland and you're not too far from the northwest of Holland, or even if you're in Belgium, guys. I mean, you Belgians out there, which I know some of you listen to the show. If you'd like to come along for a fabulous evening of clairvoyance, you would like me to entertain you and to pass messages to the spirit world and have loads of fun, loads of laughter, and really enjoy the connection between being human and connecting to the spirits and bring it all together so we're all in a euphoric ether, then please come along because it'll be a pleasure to see you. So 7 p.m. this Friday. If you want more details on that, just get in contact with me and let me know. Or just look at a poster which is on Facebook, also on the website, and you'll find the links there to get through. All right? Okay, there's that one. And I'll come back to some of the others in just a second. Oh, we've just gone over the time. But what I'd just like to say to you guys here, thank you so much to everybody who's come on tonight. I really feel this this has been a particularly warm and auspicious night. I love that word, auspicious. But we were talking about that word earlier on. And I feel here, this is going to be quite a unique time. There's loads of you who want readings here, I can see. But please bear with me. Next week, I'll be joined by Julia, who's also going to be working with us in Spain, which if I just put the details up here, you'll see them there, which is June the 2nd to June the 8th, and coming up, which is in 2nd of June to the 8th of June. Come along, if you'd like to join that one, just get in contact with Julia. Again, all the details are on Facebook, on my Facebook page there. They're also available on my website, and if you've got any details, any questions, just come on through. But guys, it's been an absolutely fabulous evening to come along and entertain you. And for all of you out there, if I just give to the others here who didn't have a message tonight, if I could just say to you guys here, if I was to look at this week and what would be a great thing, look for opportunities this week. They're going to come up, which is the Jupiter-Uranus aspect. They're going to come up here. I even turn a card for this as well for you guys and get a chance to do the reading for. And because I would love to, but there's just so many of you that I haven't got the time tonight to go through all of this. But just to give you a general message on here is to quit the old ways. Quit the old ways which have been holding you back. Look for the light. Look for the stars in what you're going to start doing this week, guys. Look for what's going to... Don't fear success. Take it in your arms. Love it, hold it, nurture it, and be it. Because this week is about this. It's about turning forwards here. Letting go of the past. Stopping what you don't want to do anymore and be what you want to go and be. Obviously, you've got to have a safety around you, but it is about building this new world, this new picture. Then you're going to do well, guys. You're going to have a fabulous time. And what can I say? I just want to say a big, big thank you to Udita, who joined us earlier on. I say she's going to come on every 4 weeks. She said to me every 5 weeks, so we just said no, every 4 weeks. To talk about shamanism and all different things that are going to go on there. And also guys, here, I'll have Julia on next week. Julia Bless, lovely, lovely lady, fabulous singer. She, I'll tell you all about that just before the start of the show. She'll be talking about retreats. She'll be talking about what she does and how you can get in contact with her. All right? So in the meantime, guys, love to you all. Love to you all. I love you from the top of my bottom. I really do. I think you're absolutely beautiful and wonderful. Hearts and burgers, guys. Hearts and burgers. Take care. See you very soon and have a terrific week. Bye-bye.